How do me duckies? Right, this was sort of scrap gel print off and clean up, and when you stamp on a gel plate, the ink that comes up with whatever you're stamping stamped off onto one of these little pieces of paper and also cleared up. So they had similar colours on, so I put them together in this little book thing that I'm trying to get finished. These are Kids Create gel crayons. They were a quid in, I don't know how to explain it, it's like cheap shops that you get around, not necessarily a quid shop, but ones that sell buckets and a bit of food and foreign spices, and I'm sure you know what kind in the UK I'm on about. They usually have a load of stuff all on pavement outside. So I put matte medium because I find that matte medium, Liquitex matte medium, works best for doing this technique. And as Mick calls it, did you say de-stenciling?
Yeah.
De-stenciling it back off again with a wet baby, unstenciling with a wet baby wipe. Then I went outside and sprayed it with some fixative because they are highly movable with water, and then matte mediumed over it. This was when I had flu, I did a bucket load of faces, loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of them. I've got enough probably to last me my lifetime. In the margin of a very, very old book. You said it was velvet pressed paper, did you say? It's about 100 years old. It's when they actually had to cut the papers apart. I'll show you more about that later, but I'd done this face in the margin, but they weren't room enough to do hair, so I did the hair out of some of the writing and had the writing going in the direction. It's very cobbled together and I weren't right happy about it, and it weren't my favourite face, so I was just seeing if I could make it work basically. And this video's a bit, there's things in it that don't really need to be in it, I'm sorry, but didn't she look like Max Wall when she had a bald head and them side bits there? Right, so I'm putting tiny little pieces of some a bit like washi tape on back just to hold it together, but not enough to interfere with gluing it down. Sorry, her down. And here I've just cut some shapes, arches and padoings. Half bubble, row of half bubbles. Out of just really, really light paper. You can see it's how light it is. It starts to grow there. It grew about half an inch. I'm just painting them up with sort of colours that I see in there that I want to pop out. That's going at the bottom left is the arches, not the one that I'm on at the moment, that one. So I wanted some of the colours from the top of the page to bring them down the bottom of the page. As you can see there's the reds and the purples and the yellows, and then I stuck the green arch up at the top, although I haven't stuck it down yet. I don't stick it down till quite further along. I've stuck her down apart from round the edges and a fringe. I don't think I've stuck a fringe down at the moment. Just trying to fix up a face to try and make it look alright. The paper that I used was very creamy yellowy, so whited her eyes in. Dibble dabble in her eyes with different colours. Dibble dabbling. Not Poscas, sorry, Pitt pens, grey Pitt pens, bit of shadowing in there. I think I end up getting, not rid of her nose, but trying to redefine her nose because I weren't very impressed with it, and a jawline off to right where it looks a bit squarey. I think I coloured that in hair colouring end just a little bit, and it sort of corrected that. She looks like she's got either a wisdom tooth abscess or mumps on the right hand side as you're looking at it. Yeah, there goes white paint just to sort of redefine it a bit and bring out a bit of highlight. I'm sticking a fringe down because a fringe were bugging me, it kept flicking up when I was trying to colour in. And here I'm going over the hair with a slightly more pinky purple and some darker purple. Excuse me. Just to sort of give it a bit more oomph. Going in with Pitt pens again to make some more shadows on the hair and the face. Sorry, my camera went a bit blurry here. It keeps doing this. It's very annoying. I don't know what's up with it. Tracing where I left a lightish patch because I wanted to give her a hairband with a flower on it. Just tracing it, then tracing it back off onto a piece of scrap paper. Trying to colour it in similar to what I did a shirt, but then a shirt looked too bluey, same as her hair, so I went in with some cracked pistachio distress paint and then some fluorescent yellow, I think that was, just to brighten it up a bit, make it a bit different to what it looked like before. There, I'm gluing them down. I made some other bubbles and arches. Stop mimicking me. I'm not mimicking you. Plonker. Right. Yeah, gluing everything down, and then when I give it a coat of going around edges with black, I also put some shading into her, well, as you look at her to her right. I haven't seen this now. Photos, right. I give it a coat of Mod Podge and it made everything pink. Sorry, I've got a real frog in my throat. But yeah, to say that I weren't right impressed with it to start off with, I really like this page. I think there's a lot of interesting background and she's not turned out too bad, so I'm sort of happy with her. She's got pretty blue eyes compared to what they were like. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it were a bit fuddled, but sorry about that again. If you've got anywhere to share it, please do. Leave me a comment. And I've just got in the post a brand new thing to play with, a fluid, and I'm well excited to play with it. So hopefully some of that will be coming soon, once I've had time to experiment and see what you can do with it. But I am hopeful for some good stuff. I really like that page. It's pretty. Right, thanks for watching. I hope you're all well. Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Bye
Bye bye. Thank you. He said bye bye. You clever boy.